Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, I'm here. It's not lunchtime though. I missed lunchtime, okay? I tried to get lunchtime, but I missed lunchtime. Lunchtime was very, very busy. But on Monday, we talked about three must-haves for your emotional wellness. So I wanted to jump in again and do that again. I do apologize, y'all, if I was like kind of looking to the left, to the right. I was trying to go live on both phones, but it didn't work out. It just ended up being weird. So we're not doing that this time. But I'm here and I'm right here with you this time, okay? But three must-haves for emotional wellness. And last time we talked about journaling, which is one of my favorite things in the world. But today we are talking about affirmations. I don't know which one is more my favorite, affirmations or journaling. I have no idea. Both are so important to me. Both are so vital for us when we're trying to go to different levels. We're trying to get our energy right. We're trying to change our mindset. We are trying to kind of reprogram things that's going on in our life. Both are so important. So, but affirmations, they're definitely different. Journaling versus affirmations. And you can journal some affirmations. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But affirmations are so important when we need to reprogram. We need to take down those structures that are in our mind that have held us like locked up, things that people have said to you, lies that's been told to you about you since you was young, just things that you believed that were not on the right path of belief, that were not positive, that were not representative even of who you are now. Maybe that was who you were then, but maybe that's not who you are now. Sometimes we have to go in and we have to reprogram our mind. We have to pull that stuff down. People who try to tear down your self-esteem, sometimes we even end up becoming our own worst enemy and just speaking negativity over ourselves over and over and over again for so long based off of one behavior we had or one period we were going through, or excuse me, one person that said something about us, and we just turn that into a whole thing and we start speaking that over our lives for the next 20 years. We have to pull those things back, and that's something that affirmations do. Failures that you have had. You may have had a situation, you were trying to do something, you were trying to push something forward, you were trying to, had something going on with your family, you were trying to accomplish something, and it didn't work out. It ended up being a failure. Guess what? You don't have to stay stuck as that failure and have that failure looming over you for the rest of your life just because you may have failed at one point, just because you may have failed at one time. Failure doesn't have to stick with us. So that's why affirmations are so important. We want to go in and we want to reprogram, just like a virus on the computer. They don't have them as much anymore, thank goodness, but they do still have them out there, and you have to be careful what you click on. You have to be careful what you let in, because those viruses can come in and it messes up your software. We got software up here, okay? And the software up here, it comes down into here. It gets in our heart, and it becomes how we live out our life. So if we've had negative things happening, we've had negative experiences, we've had things spoken over our life that's not correct and not as it should be, then we have to go in and we have to rework and reprogram that software and get rid of the stuff that's no good for us. Stereotypes over your life. We all have stereotypes that we fall under. All of us have stereotypes that we fall under. And sometimes that gets into you, even though you didn't create it. You just see that the world views you as such and such, but we don't have to continue to feel like, oh, the world views me as such and such, so I'm going to go along with that. So these are different things that where affirmations can come in handy for you to begin to break down some of those bad things that are in your mind, some of those patterns of thought and patterns of belief that have held you and kind of had you stuck in a certain place for so long. Now, I could talk about affirmations all day long, but this is a quick video, so we're not doing the all day long thing. Last video was 11 minutes. I intended on to be 5 to 7 minutes. That was my goal. I don't know about today. We're going to see. But it's going to be less than 11 minutes. I'm telling you right now. But there are some. You can go online. You can just Google affirmations. You can do affirmations on a specific topic. All of those things. There are I would say three types of affirmations. Didn't want to go over this first, but I'm gonna go over this first now. Three types, I guess you could say, when you want to do affirmations. You have to decide first how you want to go about it. Or you're just trying to do general positivity. General positivity is, okay, right now I'm kind of at a lower point in my life. I know I need to raise my vibration. I know overall in my life I need to do some work. I'm trying to get to a new place in my life, and just generally, like, my mindset has been low and I need to bring my mindset up to a higher level. So in that, you just may want to like Google positive affirmations and begin to see what all different kind of affirmations you can get on different topics to start helping you get up to a new level in your life. So be careful. I'm going to give you some tips in just a second on what to look for when you're downloading random affirmations. And also, if you want to create affirmations for yourself, I'm going to give you some tips on that just as well. But if you were trying to do just a whole life overhaul, it's not a specific topic, you can just download positive affirmations, different things of that nature. And we're going to go into more details in just a sec. Secondarily, you may do those specific topics that you're needing. Do you need something? Do you need, like I'm saying, we're talking about emotional wellness, but I talk a lot about self-acceptance, self-worth, having confidence, making sure you're the person that's in control in your life. That's what I'm trying to push forward. Making sure that you are the person that's in control and in the driver's seat of your life. You're not in the back seat. Other people not telling you what to do, when to go, how to do it. You are the one that's making those decisions and steering your life in the direction that you want it to go in. So if that may be something for you, self-worth, maybe it's a healing, you may have a sickness going on, something of that nature. You need something specific on that. Maybe you have a situation on your job. You're trying to get a promotion. Different things like that. It may be something specific that you need. So you want to go in and you want to either create or you want to download some affirmations that are going to be specific to what you need. Because if you need something specific, you got to get specific. You can't go general when you need something general. We got to zero in. Because like I said, these mindsets that we have, that many of them we've had a long time. It's not something that, it just came up yesterday. No, it's something that we've had a long time. So we have to work at it in a targeted manner if that's what we need to do to begin to break these things down. Like I said, maybe something about success, maybe something on your job, maybe your love life needs an overhaul or something of that nature. You can go in and find positive affirmations for all of those things. Lastly, if you like, just from a spiritual basis, if you want to maybe use scriptures, I've had situations, I think I still got a list of like people who needed healing, and they went through scriptures that was based on healing. Okay. And it's finna get into our second point that we're getting ready to talk about more details. But when you are doing a scripture thing, you want to take the scriptures that relate to you or relate to your situation, and you want to make them about you, though. You don't want to talk about, we're not worried about what happened to John, Jonah, Jacob. We're not worried about what happened to them. The principle is important. The principle, what they overcame, is important. What the result was for them was important. What they gained, the power, the strength, all those things that they had are important. But we're not worried about what happened way back then. We want to know, how can I make this specific to me? So we want to make things specific to us if we choose so to use scriptures as something. You want to reword it and you want to make it about you. You may even want to include your name in it. And this goes into my next point, or my next phase of the affirmations. Like I said, this is going to be really quick, but basically a couple of do's and don'ts for your affirmations. So whether you are downloading them or whether you are creating affirmations for yourself, and we'll just use what we just use, like if you decide to use a scripture or a principle or something like that, or a quote that you heard that sounded good and you're like, that's for me. That's not for nobody else. That quote is for me. If you hear that thing, then you want to go ahead and you want to take these tips that I'm about to give you to make affirmations that are for you. So first of all, you want to use it in I don't want to say, you don't have to strictly say I am, but you want to bring the information into your now. Like I said, if you were using a scripture or something, you don't want to be worried about John said he could have. You're not worried about that. You're not worried about anything else. You want to bring it into your now and for you. So I am, when you state I am in something, you're stating right now. I shall is iffy, but you can use I shall as well. You can use I shall as well. You can use I am growing in. That's something that's progressive. That's something that's ongoing. That's something that you're working on. Something that you're trying to make steps in to go higher and higher. You can use that. Let's see what's one more good one. You can use I am being as well. I am being is a good starter for an affirmation, whether you're doing just regular affirmations or you're doing a scriptural affirmation. You want to say something that's saying it's progressive. This is not just something that happened in the past. This is not me dwelling on the past. That's the next point. Besides using I am and progressive things, when you're doing your affirmations, you want to make sure that you're focusing on the positive. You are not focusing on the negative. You don't want to use negative statements to reinforce the negative things that's already going on in your mind. And that's easy to do because that's what we do a lot. We just reinforce the negative and reinforce the negative and reinforce the negative. But when you are doing affirmations and something that you want to play over and over in your mind, play over and over in your spirit, to try to go ahead and rework that that software, if you will, in your mind, you want to make sure that it's positive and it's in the now. It's not nothing in the past. We don't worry about the past, and we're not worried about what we're going to do in the future, because we know what we say we will do, or we may, or we might, or that's none of that. We're not worried about that because it usually may not come to pass. So we are sticking with the now, and we're bringing everything that we have and everything that we want into the now. So we want to make sure that it is about the now, and we want to make sure it's not negative. So I want to just use this really simple explanation. I could easily say, because like I said, I talk a lot about self-worth. You could easily say, I refuse to have low self-worth. I refuse to have low self-esteem. You can say that with all the and spunk and spark. I refuse to have low self-esteem. You can just say it all you want to with all of the mustard that you got in your body. But we do not want to reinforce negatives. Why am I talking about what I refuse to do? Why am I not talking about what I'm doing now? As I said, I am right now. I need right now. I want right now. Why am I not talking about right now? So when you're doing affirmations, or if you go download some affirmations online, you don't skip over stuff that's talking about, the negative, mentioning the problem, mentioning the illness, mentioning the low states that you were trying to rise above. Skip over those affirmations. That's not the page for you, okay? So for me, I would not say I refuse to have low self-esteem. I refuse to have low confidence. I refuse to have low worth. I'm not focusing on what I don't want anymore. I'm focusing what I want right now. That's what I'm focusing on. What I want right now, because I'm bringing it into my now. I can't bring it into my now with talking. Right now, you already got low self-worth. Right now you already got the situation. Right now you already got the problem. We're trying to bring something into our life that's not the problem. So be very careful with that. If you are downloading something, if you are taking, like I said, something even positive like a scripture or a quote, if it mentions the negative, you can turn that around and you can turn that into a positive, okay? And you can turn it into a now positive. We're not worried about the future. We're not worried about the past. So how I would reword that, instead of saying I refuse to do, or I don't have XYZ or something like that, you would say, I am in charge of my life, and I am loved and appreciated. So you see how that went from me having low self-worth, me having low self-esteem, me having low confidence, to I'm loved and appreciated. That's what I am right now. It may be out there somewhere, but I'm putting it right on in here. I am loved and appreciated. I know exactly who I am. You may not know who you are right this second, but like I said, we're pulling it right here, okay? I am loved and appreciated. I am in charge of my life. I don't have to let these negative thoughts keep on playing with me. So that's why we are not going to go and pull things from the past. We're not going to pull the negativity. We're not going to pull the negative mindset. We're not going to do any of that. We're going to use affirmations and use words that are going to bring what we need into right now. So we're not worried about any of that past or any of that I'm gone. We're not gone. We are, okay? We're not doing it that way. So you got to be mindful of that. What tense you're using. Are you using your I ams? Are you using your right nows? Are you pulling it forward? Or are you sitting there reiterating the negative things that's already going on? That's a no-no. Just leave that alone. If you see anything like that when you're looking up affirmations, skip to the next page, the next website, okay? And last but not least, how you do your affirmations. You may have a perfect list of affirmations, and they may be beautiful and wonderful and great. But you want to make sure, is anything you're learning. Anything we're learning, we always know repetition is number one. We want to keep the repetition going in our lives. So if you are doing your affirmations, you want to make sure that you are repeating them, preferably before you go to sleep and when you wake up in the morning, okay? Those are the times when your mind and your spirit is most open, okay? Those are the times when you are getting ready to fall asleep, just almost at that sleep, getting sleepy, getting tired, or when you're getting up in the morning and your mind is fresh. Those are the best times for you to repeat things, go over it and just kind of review it within you. So like I said, I just wanted to do a quick video for you. I do have a gift for you guys. I do have a gift for you guys. Like I said on Monday, I was thinking about doing a YouTube video regarding this, but I was like, let me break it into a 3-part series and do it over the week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which is what I'm going to do, and I am doing. But while I was doing the affirmations part here for today, I was like, so much information and so many things, so many facets. This is a big topic. I read whole books about this, several books specifically about affirmations, because they are powerful in transforming your life. You have to speak something new. You can't stay with what you got. You got to speak something new. You got to start over. You got to get it in there. But I created a free self-acceptance affirmation guide. It includes affirmations that I personally use that are important to me, that have helped me through, but it also lets you know how to build your own affirmations, goes a little more in detail on a few things that we have just talked about here today, as well as adding in a couple more things for you. So go to my About Me section, go to my bio on our Instagram, just kind of either one of those, you'll find the link, you can download it, move on with life, short and sweet, because guess what, we're just trying to get to a better space in our life. We are just trying to elevate our energy, we're trying to elevate our spirituality, we're just trying to elevate everything about ourselves, because it's possible and we don't have to stay where we are. There's always more available for us. So go ahead and jump in my bio or my About Me, get that download, free affirmations, learn how to make your own affirmations, learn what to look for when you are downloading affirmations online, because between affirmations, between journaling, those two things can take you to such a higher place in your life. So if you didn't see my video on journaling earlier this week, jump in and check it out. It's definitely on point. It's something that you want to do if you are trying to elevate your emotional wellness. That's what it's all about, because we got to have the foundation right in order to get to the places that we need to go in life. So that is all I have for y'all today. I appreciate y'all tuning in, or if you'll catch this in the future, I do appreciate you. And again, y'all, I'm moving. That's why there's a couch floating in the back. But y'all have a great day, a great evening, and it's just a pleasure. Bye-bye.